Hello, everyone, and welcome to my final updated guide for my Wabbajack Fallout VR Essentials list. I am not gonna probably make any more of these. I'll probably do some more playthroughs, but I'm gonna consider this like the final version. And I just want to go over some of the changes. So the last video I made was a while ago, and so like the intro has changed. I fixed a ton of stuff. So I took out Beantown Interiors. I took out a couple more mods. I fixed the unofficial patch since the last video. And just a whole bunch of stuff. So at this point, I consider it to be very stable, and it obviously runs really good. And it should play great, and you should be able to just enjoy the game. I've fixed a bunch of scripts and records, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to go through the beginning of the game again, and just show you what you have to do with like the vault and some of the holotape stuff. But it's pretty simple, and it should be a lot smoother to like get started with the game now. So I'm gonna skip ahead to that. Before I jump into VR, I thought I would just show you some of the updated stuff that you can customize in this list. I do not support tweaking or changing my mod list. If you do that, you are entirely on your own. That's because there's just a lot of variables, and I've done a ton of script editing and record editing. And any mod that you add or anything that has an ESP or anything, or if you remove mods, that is going to affect this list. So you can do it, it's just you're on your own with that. Anyways, I do have a section at the bottom called Customize. Well, all these you can customize. So for the top two, which will be Unlimited Survival and Smooth Movement, right click on this. Oh, and I went over this in my other videos, but there are two profiles. So there's the vanilla feeling one and the hardcore immersive, which this is my preferred way of playing. It changes VATS to bullet times along with a bunch of tweaks and perks that I edited myself specifically for that. So you don't need like a bullet time mod or slow motion mod. Just do this and that'll essentially give you the same thing, except you can use it with a VR button because it's tied to the VATS button. So it's just a more streamlined way to play, and it's more fun. Anyways, so for this Unlimited Survival, I have gone over this before, but you right click and open and explore. FOSE. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I keep messing that up. It's MCM, config, Unlimited Survival, settings. You shouldn't, so I have Journey on this if you're playing on Survival, so you'll be able to fast travel from settlements, but let's say that annoys you too much, you can turn fast travel on. I still want to do the journey stuff anyway. But that way you can fast travel. You can also turn location stuff on. But really the only thing you'd probably want to customize in this is fast travel if you want. I don't like using fast travel in survival because I have other ways of getting around. But awesome. Smooth movement is another one. So it is this FOSE plugin, Smooth Movement VR. I have changed this back to default because my edited version just wasn't working out. And this is what you can edit if you have juddering or you just want to like mess with the values here. Try it out on default first, and then come in here. This is how you can also change your default heights on the outside places in the game. And interiors, the smooth movement just goes back to default. There's no way to get it to work in interior locations. But you could change this to whatever you want, so you can like set it to 10. And then test it out in game after you save the INI. Okay. Idle hands. So for this and this one, we'll start with idle hands. Right click it, choose reinstall mod, and choose DLC. Choose your character. Even if you're playing it as a male character, if you have like smaller hands, you can choose female. The female model has smaller hand models. You can choose your skin, do light or lightest, whatever. And then you can choose your gloves. So Kellogg gloves, leather gloves. I've gone over this before. I prefer this one, but you know, they're all pretty cool. And once you click I have read this, choose install, and then click on the replace button, which I am not going to do because I like how mine work. This is the HUD thing that I will go over in a second once I'm in VR. To mess with this, click on reinstall mod. You want to click on idle hands, unless you have removed idle hands, which I go over how to do that in the Discord. I'm not going to do that in this video because a lot of this list is baked around using idle hands. It's like baked in. So click on idle hands. This is for the compass. You can either hide it or you can show it. So let's say you want the compass on. Click on show. And this is how you customize. So try to make that bigger. These are all your options. So subtitles will always be on by default. You can have like the location info, quest info. If you want notifications, you can do that or whatever. So just choose what you want shown. It is entirely up to you. After you have figured out what you want, just click install and then click on replace, and that will go into effect in the game. Now, even if you're on the vanilla feeling one, which the only difference between these at the moment, like vanilla is not going to be easier. They're both hard. Vanilla has the VATS changes that I made to bullet time off, so VATS will be back on default. And the difference between VATS, so on the default version of VATS, lowers your damage in VATS by 90%, which I found was kind of game breaking. Like you could throw a grenade right underneath your feet, click on the VATS button, and you wouldn't take any damage, so it felt pretty stupid. So with the hardcore one, damage reduction has been lowered to 50%, so if you throw a grenade and you press VATS, you're likely either going to die or you're going to take a lot of damage. Now the perks that I've edited, you can increase your damage reduction to like 75% at the last level, but by that time you're going to be like level 50 anyway. So you can become pretty powerful even with the hardcore profile by going into the perception tree and choosing the right perks and stuff. But that's why I recommend hardcore unless you really like vanilla VATS. I guess technically it can be easier. There's also targeting changes, so like the targeting perks that you get from perception will only be useful in VATS since weapons are already accurate. So, but all the HUD stuff can be fully customized in either profile. All right, let me jump into VR. That was all I wanted to go over here. Here I am just gonna skip to after I've made my character because there's no point for you to see this, so we'll just do that. Okay, so I'm just about to choose Nora, which again, if you don't remember, that's gonna be the A button on the index controller. Select it, so wait for that to come up. This is the Conqueror thing again, so we're just gonna choose low. Quickly go through these options. Yes, let's do this. Okay, and then the Conqueror thing will start installing. And you might notice on both profiles now, there's not going to be a notification thing unless you set it like that. There's a new mod that I have in this list, which lets you customize all the HUD elements. So on default, the hardcore profile has everything off except for subtitles, which works fully in this list now, which is awesome because before that wasn't working. So on default, it's going to be off. You can go over and
I'm hurrying up, don't worry.
Subtitles will be on, but everything else will be off. You can reinstall the Hide VR mod in Mod Organizer to get the HUD elements that you want, so you can like turn the compass back on and shit. Okay, so I think we're good. You don't have to save and reload in the bathroom anymore. I mean, I still do it just to kind of make sure everything's initialized. It's probably been long enough. You want to wait around for like a minute, 30 seconds or so. Just do that. Probably not super necessary, but I do it anyway just to make sure all the mods have fully initialized. All right, come over to the bathroom. So I know in my last two videos I mentioned how you could not start from the vault. Well, that's been completely fixed. So that was caused by the unofficial patch, but now the only way to play is through the vault, which makes the game a lot more stable. None of the quests should break now, and you can play the normal quest line. Because I'm using the Start Me Up basic version instead of the full version. So I've got 3 options. Normal intro with pre-war, the quick start alternative with no spouse ring, and the quick start with the normal Nate and Nora storyline. The difference between these two is, for this one, you're not going to be able to open up the cryo chamber that has either Nate or Nora in, depending on who you're playing as, because you're like, quote unquote, just another vault dweller. You're not the sole survivor, like the main sole survivor. None of the dialogue has changed though, so you know, it's only for your own like role playing perspective, where maybe you're just like a random person that wants to find Sean. And this one is obviously just the normal thing. Now if you do the normal intro, where you're like going through the pre-war stuff, there's a quirk with this list. It's not a bug and it's not going to break anything. But when you're going to the vault, you might notice some post-apocalyptic raiders are charging at the vault, and they'll be killed by the guards up at the vault. It doesn't happen all the time. It's just a percentage chance, and that's caused by SKK stalkers. And it's pretty funny. Honestly, it's kind of hilarious to watch it. But we're just going to do normal Nate and Nora game. Wait for that to load. I'll get the subtitles on. Alright.
Most residents must vacate immediately.
Alright, well.
Come on.
Grab the thing. Which you can only do if you do the quick start as Nate or Nora. It doesn't really make a difference, but you get an extra ring. Okay, so we're doing the quick start. So to get your stats, I am gonna turn off the subtitles actually because that's annoying me. it's unimmersive. You go over to the terminal, okay? And then if you're on the index, you want to click the grip button once on your left controller because technically you're still in the terminal, so just click it once. I know some people were asking like, oh, I'm getting stuck, I can't click anything. Just click the grip button. Don't click it again, just do once. Alright, and then you can name yourself, Gin. And you can choose your stats. Always do 5 luck. Just kidding, do whatever you want. I just like Idiot Savant. It's like the best perk in this game. Okay, and then to accept it, it's gonna be the grip on your right controller. Again, this is for index. If you're on Oculus or Vive or like another controller setup, I can't help you because I don't have those things. I'm sorry. Open that. Okay, we're gonna run. Again, this is dark. I've gone over this in other videos. As to why the vault is dark, because it improves the frame rate a lot. You can turn the light on or whatever. Turn that off. Grab this. I'll grab the stim pack. Do this vault in the sleep. And look at the terminals if you want. Okay. I'll just do this. Oh, you can see the bullet time, so. See, there was no targeting there. I'm on the bullet time profile, which
Giant roaches.
is much better in VR.
What the heck?
I'd recommend everyone do it. And you don't need like a bullet time mod. It already comes with bullet time. Okay. Oh. Hello. Okay. There's gonna be no body anymore because that's not needed. You're already the vault dollar, so just do the normal run through the vaults. You know, exit, whatever. Okay. Run over here. Someone told me there's a bobby pin, which I never knew, but now I do. Okay. Always grab this. Pro tip. The benefits of VR. I feel like I've run through this so many times. I could do this in my sleep. Oh. Alright. And to get a stem pack, I have gone over this in other videos, but it's behind your back, which I'm sitting down, so it's harder to do, but... And it drops to the floor. Alright. Shoot this. Shoot the one that pops right there. Goodbye. Okay, and now we can exit the vault. So pick up the Pip-Boy. Go get your Pip-Boy. And you press the button. And it's fixed, which previously this was not working, but I fixed it about a month ago. So it makes the list more stable and you don't need to start us at the vault. Jump across that. Alright. Wait for the elevator to come down. Yada yada yada. I'd recommend you just make a save here. Just, I mean, nothing should break, but it's a good thing to do. Okay. And then you can change your special or whatever if you're happy. Click exit. We'll just go up.
Return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Alright. Okay. Ah, that fresh post-apocalyptic Bostoner. Alright, cool. So, this is important to get access to the holotapes. Right after you get outside the vault, make it safe. You have to do this. I even left in the beginning message box. I have a note there, just so people know to do it. Okay, now you have access to all the holotapes. And you can set your thing. So I'll just go over that quickly. First thing, you're gonna have the configuration stuff. So turn that on. Goal chance to 10%. I'd recommend you do that. Don't need to touch this. This idle hands, I've gone over this a couple times. Again, I wouldn't mess with this initially, only if you actually have trouble clicking it. So it takes a long time to get used to it. And just as a refresher, you cannot click a button to open the Pip-Boy. You have to like put it down, kind of like how you'd actually hold the Pip-Boy, and go over with your other controller and click the button. And I would try that. Like, it takes a little bit of practice to get used to it, but once you do, it's very easy to click the button on the default values, I found. Anyways, Pip-Boy helmets. Do this. That will get you the flat game animation for the Pip-Boy, or the power armor stuff, not the Pip-Boy stuff. Affinity holotape, this you don't need to mess with. You can even like get rid of that if you wanted to. Journey, you do want to change this. Put everything on false. Oh. Even if you've turned fast travel on, in unlimited survival, which you have to do outside of the game, just turn all this to false, especially caravan travel. That will, there's problems with the caravan travel stuff, so. And this is going to let you fast travel from any settlement that you're in control of. Okay, I think that's everything new. Other than that, you can play through the game normally. Go down, kill Preston if you want. I did find out that if you do kill Preston, it will lock you out of several of the Minutemen quests, but it gives you access to the Execute perk. So that's on you if you want to play as a raider, or you know, just be an evil wasteland asshole, or you can be the good person that helps settlements. So okay, and maybe I'll just skip ahead to the a Chem Bench stuff and show you a couple of the Chem Bench mods that I have added and that you might want to pick up. So cool, let me skip ahead to that. Okay, here I am by the Chem Bench. I also changed the weather to snow just because, I don't know, I wanted something a little bit different. So I did that. But anyways, here's the Chem Bench, which I had no idea there was a Chem Bench in Sanctuary. I just found it. Anyways, the holotape stuff that you want to get is, that is useful if you're on the no HUD version. Not really necessary. You want to get this, which I've gone over before. Companion whistle, absolutely you want that. And I think that is it. And the VR mirror. Now I'll show you what these can do. I don't have a companion, don't have dog meat yet, but you probably want to favorite those. You can't favorite them here, but you can favorite this, so you know, you can put that like right there, and put this. I actually already come with the affinity list, didn't even realize that. You can get rid of that, or you can keep it. Useful if you're on no HUD. Now the companion whistle, if I had a companion, it would call my companion straight to me, but I haven't gotten dog meat yet. And now the other exciting thing, unfortunately this cannot be favorited, but this will let you see your character in third person. So if you click that, let me walk away. I can see myself. It you know, basically just opens up the looks menu, so this is pretty much the only way, but you can see like all the armor you wear or whatever. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. I wouldn't change what you look like. I guess you can technically do that, but you know, I usually just keep it on default anyway. Yeah, but I don't know, it's pretty fun if you want to see any armor that you are wearing. And that is it. So cool. Let me change the weather back to the sunny. Give me a second. I'll just do this. You can just like change the weather. I think that should bring it back to default. I'll just do cloudy. I'll do cloudy 5. Alright. There you go. That's cloudy. Okay, so anyways, this is the final version like I mentioned before, so yeah, unless anything game breaking happens, then this is it. This is the final video I'm probably gonna make on like modding guides. I'm gonna be posting more Let's Plays, which I have to restart now because of the new version. So have a great rest of your day, guys. I hope you enjoy the list.